what's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night. Time for another episode of A Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts, and with me, back in the co-host seat, Aaron from Pete's Treasures. What's happening, Aaron?
Hey, good to be here. Thank you for inviting me back.
Oh, you are so welcome. Okay, I got to fix a couple things. I was having Peggy difficulties.
That rarely happens for you.
I know. And, the Peggy difficulties had to start at 4:45. I'm like, what in the world?
I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I think we're good. All right, so without further ado, let's get our guest introduced. Maybe. There we go. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And no, you're not. Here, I'll move me down here. You're not seeing double. But wait, yes, you are. Our guest tonight is Andrew, Aaron's twin brother, or Aaron is Andrew's twin brother.
Both.
You can tell the difference by the flyaway hair on Andrew there. Yeah. Look at all that hair, you son of a bitch. Ignore my restart. Oh, handsome dudes. Are you typing that yourself, Aaron?
No, hands free. Oh, it's Matthew.
I'm like, I mean, we all feel good about ourselves, but typing your own comments. Aaron is so hot. So I thought I've been trying to think of a reason to have Andrew on. I thought it'd be fun because I think, and we'll talk about this when we get to the interview portion, but I think all twins kind of go through the same thing. You get dressed alike. There's a moment when you're a kid or a teenager, you're like, screw this, I want to be my own person. And then you kind of maybe drift back to it since y'all are kind of identical in more ways than just you, what you guys like, what you do for a living. All that stuff is very identical. There's your mom. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about that. Plus, seeing doubles always fun. We can do a little Lindsay Lohan, right? Is that who did the Parent Trap?
Yeah, Parent Trap. Hi, Ro. Hey, Ro.
All right, so where is it? Oh, yeah, so chaos here. Okay, so I'm like, all right, what rum can I figure out? And then I figured it out. It was kind of easy since there's two of you. I have Dos Maderos. And I think this works both ways because technically it means two woods, but it's two rums blended together and then aged 5 years in oak barrels and then 5 years in sherry casks. So not only is it two rums, it's math, and you're both teachers. So there's not many rum labels with math on the front. So there you go.
Where's it from?
So this is crap. Just stop me, I forget. And I have my little notes on the back for when I'm making drinks. Spain.
Okay.
There you go. And since both you guys live in Texas, I picked up my Four Kahunas tiki mug from Arlington.
I don't even have one of those. Me either. I've never been, actually.
Aren't I special? So cheers to my Texas brethren. Oh, I was just looking at that mug, Andrew. Show everyone that mug. I was just looking at that online because I'm like, what Texas mugs do I have?
Oh, yeah. It's the Cobra Fang from Tiki Tatsuya. The newest, hottest little bar in Austin, Tiki Bar. And, yeah, it's made by Monk Tiki.
Yeah, they as one of the bars I cannot wait to get to. So you'll probably see me this year in Texas.
Yeah, I hope so.
And what are you drinking, Aaron?
I'm just drinking rum and Coke, and this is the Port Light mug designed by Tony Canepa. So, yeah.
And what rum are you drinking?
The same one from last time from the Reef, just a dark rum.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got, Andrew?
So I just opened this. It's Kraken Attacks Texas.
Nice.
So
very nice. All right. Well, cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers to everyone who tuned in live. Thank you very much for tuning in. Andrew, sit back, relax, and we'll see you in a little bit. I hope, By the way, if we happen to disappear, it will not be coming back tonight because I had to rebuild my computer and there's something very, very wrong. I'm going to have to rebuild it again. So I think we'll get through, but just in case we disappear, just know I love you all and I will get it fixed as a heads up. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. Yeah, I'm getting there. There's that. There's that. Everything's running like the weirdest slow-mo. All right. What? Golden Girls.
Yes, okay. Disclaimer, I absolutely love the Golden Girls, and I was very saddened by Betty White. But I haven't whipped out these DVDs in a long time because it's on Hulu. So I decided to list them, and I got them out, and Matthew listed it while I was taking a nap, and by the time I woke up, it was already sold. So it sold fast. So good money for that.
Nick, how are you, brother? Good to see. I haven't seen you in forever. We should get together. And there's like this gonna be this dramatic pause, I think, for everything tonight.
I like it. It's like a reveal, the anticipation. This I bought to flip. So thank you, Jason, for that tip a long time
You're welcome.
It was only like $40 at this liquor store near me, and I still have the vodka. And yeah, it sold for more than I paid for it. So that's the goal.
And we've talked about this many times. There are some bottles, obviously this is one of them, that people covet. And sometimes you can't get every liquor everywhere. And so Aaron was smart enough to buy it, put that just in a generic bottle, and sell it for more. He made money, and he still has all the vodka.
That's right.
Hell yeah. And reveal. There we go.
Yes, it worked. Deneen Pottery is a definite bolo. I got it for $2. It sold less than 24 hours later. They make, lots of this was a bed and breakfast. They make hotels, they make companies. And yeah, definitely look out for that because it sold for $22. And mugs still sell. You just got to find the right ones. So Deneen Pottery. Yeah.
Bring. There we go.
Yay. We love to sell loveys, and it's not that much money, but we bought a box of them at this one warehouse we go to, and we bought like 10 for $1 each. So easy to list, easy to ship, and relist. So look out for Nat and Jules loveys.
I've never seen Nat and Jules before. So.
Yeah.
I got something new in my brain. All right, let's try this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've shown this before. This is not a repeat of the same listing, different listing. I think different platform too. When you go to Disney's California Adventure, they have great cocktails at the Pim Kitchen. And so we enjoy the cocktails. We would get the cocktails anyway. They happen to be served in these plastic beakers with Pim on it from Ant-Man. And the cocktails are $34, the two of them together. And so I sold the plastic cups that most people would just throw away for $20. So again, trash sells. So I would have liked to get 25, but they've been sitting for a while, like four weeks. And I was getting antsy. I'm like, all right, come on, someone buy my little plastic cups. So always be thinking about everything you come in contact with, because sometimes the trash is your treasure. All right. These are Tiki mugs that Tiki Diablo designed for the Virginia Distillery Company. And when they first came out, I bought maybe 6 or 7 of them, and they were all in different colors. They did these gradients in all different colors, and the rest sold right away. And for whatever reason, the orange purple just didn't strike anyone's fancy. I had it for quite a while. January 6th, so a year, and someone finally bought it this week. So $80. So I was patient, but again, one of those items where I was getting antsy. I was like, come on now.
Yeah.
All right. So I have so many Tiki swizzles. I'm sure Aaron has a bunch. Andrew has a bunch. And I started pulling just a bunch of duplicates out. I'm like, I don't need 17 of this one swizzle. And I put them in little lots of 10. And I told my assistant, I go, take a fun picture of them. And I definitely did not tell her to go grab a piece of styrofoam and stick them all straight up, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I know there's this person on Instagram who makes crowns out of swizzles, and that's what it reminds me of.
Horn's girlfriend, Nancy, Doug Horn, is one who did our home logo.
Oh.
So then she did this to show them off individually. I'm like, cool, I like it. Something different.
Yeah.
So those, I took a best offer of $30. So those 10 swizzles that just came free with my drink as I moved around tiki bars around the country. turned into $30. More trash, basically. I found a bag of my uncle's jackets in my garage, and my uncle passed. I think if my mom's watching, is it 10? Going to be 10 years? I think we just talked about it. And so this was like a little like, hi, I miss you from beyond. I totally forgot how these jackets. So this is one of them. The Buffalo Nickels, the brand. My uncle fancied himself a cowboy. And so, it could have used a little steaming before anybody says that. But this is where I like to use the collage because it's a cool enough front. Oh, God, nothing will show up. But the back's got the buffalo on it and the logo. So I wanted to show all three. Oh, I give up. Okay. So there it is. I want to show all three in the opening photo to hook someone in, and then they can check out the rest of the photos as they go. All right. Let's see how we do now. Yep, 10 years. That's crazy. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. All right. Do you know the Cars, or are you too young?
I've heard of them. I probably know their songs. But...
Okay. I kind of figured. But this is a double cassette. And again, we were going for a different photo. Usually I would set both cassettes next to each other. And I'm like, let's make it stand out because everyone else was doing the same thing. So again, this was just a little bit more unique. And $17. I think I spent $2 on those that cassette lot of 2. Aaron, do you ever sell something and then regret it after it's sold?
Sometimes, yes. Especially if I really like the, object.
See, I made a mistake because I wanted to describe what this music was tonight to the people watching this record I sold. And I liked it so much. I'm like, crap, I shouldn't have sold it. It's very atmospheric background, kind of what you would expect to hear in Mad Men, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Just background, not very like in your face. But I'm like, I kind of dug this record. But I picked it up for $3 at a thrift store and sold it for $25. So, I mean, I'm happy with my profit, but I shouldn't have listened to it.
You'll find it again.
Because now I'm sad. Yeah, hopefully I'll find it on CD. And there we go. And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. I liked her for a hot minute, and now I hate her.
Oh, no. I found 2 of these, and they both sold. And I saw Becky, I know you're watching, she sold one recently for even more money than we did. In fact, this was a few weeks ago. I couldn't find, this is the most recent one, and I sold a CD today. So I'll have to show that later. But yeah, you always say, skip ones that are extremely popular, but I think you did mention this one. It's like a holiday Target exclusive, and that's probably why it sells a lot. So yeah. The exclusives definitely help. Definitely help. All right, so I'm going to give you the gamut here. So Powerpuff Girls, I spent $5.50 and sold it for $35 on Amazon. Wow, for Powerpuff Girls. I love that.
And then we got the soundtrack to Predators with the S. That is the most recent one. I paid $15 at a record store, sold it on Discogs for $50.
Nice.
And how about Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3? Now, I'll throw a little bonus tip in here. I paid $20, sold it for $75. Hell of a return. I was the only one who had it on Amazon, and I had it for $150. And the customer came to me, a potential customer, and messaged me and said, hey, I know you've had this up for about a year. Would you take $50? And so I did some quick looking around. $150 was higher than it has ever sold anywhere else. But since I was the only one on Amazon, I went high. But yeah, you were right. I listed over a year ago. I said, I could do 75. You said, great. So I still made a nice profit. But a lot of people in other Facebook groups would be like, oh, he offered you less than half, block him. No, he was a smart customer. He came with me with facts. Hey, man, you've had this listed for a long time. I looked. His facts were correct. I wanted to make some money, 20 to 75. I was happy with. So someone started a convo with money. Let's finish it and find a happy medium.
Yeah, and he did his research. That's good.
Yeah, he knew. I love shopping at Amoeba. I always have, but lately I've been pulling out so much good stuff. I don't know. The move made them have more good stuff. I don't even understand how that happened. This is a box set of Nirvana, but it's singles. So it's all CD singles in there. I paid $20 at Amoeba and sold it for $90.
Hey, for one song.
No, it's a box set of singles. So there's like
got it.
5 different singles, but not full album. So each single
Right.
has an extra track, so it's not much, but it is a collectible. So
Yeah.
someone wanted it. None of those things were all good. And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Womp womp. So
Can I tell you why this is a dud? Can I tell you?
yeah.
Because you get it free with a couple shirt purchases.
Yes. Yeah.
There's lots of them.
Yes, and I think I've even seen you mention them before. I bought this a long time ago. I think when I was starting to get into Tiki, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, Hilo Hattie. But yeah, it sold for $14, free shipping. I mean, I probably got it for $1, but it sat a long, long time, and now we don't pick them up anymore.
No.
But yeah, steer clear.
We've all been there, but now you know. If you buy like 2 shirts, you get a bag. If you buy 3 shirts, you get a coffee mug.
Yeah. And maybe we should have lotted all them together because we have quite a few. This I love the product. It just wasn't enough money. I think it's pretty plentiful. So that's why I listed it as a dud. We usually don't like to sell things under $10, but we lowered the price over time and I'm glad it's gone.
Yeah, we all have those. All right, so I spent $10. It sold for $20. You hope for a bigger return. But in the store, I was in Buffalo Exchange, Aaron, and I looked this up, and I misread something, and I thought this scarf was worth $100.
Oh no!
I was so excited. I got back from wherever station I were. I think we were in LA. I gave it to my team. I go, this scarf is worth $100, and I got it for $10. And I walked away. And Zoe was doing some research. She goes, can you show me where you think this is worth $100? And I'm like, oh, I read it wrong.
I hate when that happens.
Yes. I'm like, whoops. So yeah, but it sold. So that's a good thing. Now I teased this in the Thrifting Board. And I said this mug was a dud. As soon as I bought it and I got it, I realized it was a dud. So Death and Company is a great bar out of New York City. It was the first ever high-end cocktail bar station I went to. It's when we fell in love with cocktails and the art of making them. And they've had kick-ass mugs. The problem with this mug is that they had 3 versions, 3 different glazes. This all white just doesn't work. Everything's kind of lost. And so it sat. Now, I didn't really sell it for $157. I took an offer of $99.99, but I paid $75 for it. So,
okay.
Yeah, when the smoke clears. Now, to demonstrate, here is the gray version. Look at the detail.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I thought it was weird that it was white.
Now, they called it like the ghost, which I get it, but it's so white, you can't see anything.
Right.
And guess what? That took over a year and a half to sell. I have another one.
Oh, gosh.
But I have an idea how to make it cool for my collection. But look, you buy those things and you just got to wait it out. And hopefully if someone comes knocking with money, no matter how, big or little, take it and get rid of it. Once you realize you have made a big mistake, try and get out of that mistake as fast as you can.
You could give it to that one person who paints mugs, right? That would be kind of cool.
That's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
We're going to send the second one to Faust and have him really trick it out. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Stacey and I kind of came up with the same idea at the same time. Like, we'll do that. And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers.
All right, so we sell a lot of plush, and this was Carter's, which Carter's is a brand you should look out for. It's like a children's line of baby clothes, loveys, and plush, and it's sold to Berlin, Germany. So I love that.
Awesome, and I just sold a cassette, so that'll be my cassette for next week.
Ah, nice.
Woohoo! Okay, I try and find exotic locations. Sorry, Lisa, and if Christine's here, Canada, not so exotic. But as I was going through all my internationals this week, they kept coming back to Canada. So it was obviously a busy week in Canada. So I thought, you know what? I'll profile too. So Beach Bum Berry is the king of bringing back lost tiki cocktails. His coconut mug went to Edmonton, and these are black Levi's silver tabs that went to Toronto. So apparently Canada was hungry for stuff this week. So not as exotic as, say, Berlin, but international. The reason we do this segment is because people all over the world want our cool stuff. And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping. Okay, I think I got the gist of this graphic.
Yeah, so this comes from my husband, Matthew, because he is our resident shipper. Anytime you have a big linen or jacket or plush that's kind of big, you put it in a poly bag or a clear plastic bag, like a trash bag, but not a used one, of course. And, suck the air right out, either by flattening it or even using your vacuum, by twisting the end. And he has saved us a lot of money. We shipped a large San Marcos blanket in an 8x8 by doing that method. And he also shipped a big puffy ski jacket and a padded flat rate by using that method. So
nice.
Just get all the air out. Suck it out.
All right, so here's another tiki mug I sold. This is a unique one because it was 2 pieces. And what it is it's a missionary in a cannibal pot.
Ooh, oh yeah, I've seen that. I love it.
Okay, this would be so much easier. Hey, there it is. Okay, so the way this mug was made was 2 pieces, the pot, the missionary, and then a very super strong glue to put the missionary in the pot. However, with some force, that missionary could be knocked off. And so I was sitting there thinking, all right, we're going to ship this sucker. Plus, it sold for lots of money, almost $300. And so I had an idea. 4 short half pieces of pool noodles, because once you get it all around him, if the box was to collapse at all a little bit or whatever, or there's pressure, that would take the brunt of the pressure. The pressure would never get to the missionary because those pool noodles are so thick, even in half, they're like shocks on your car. And so there is 1,001 uses for pool noodles.
It looks like he's stewing in the pot with the fire behind him. It's kind of
or large carrots.
Yeah, I thought that too, actually.
If you don't have the pool noodles at your shipping station, you are missing out on one of the best tools we have ever had, because they come in handy for so many things. And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing. Okay, did you guys make this graphic or did Debbie?
Debbie did. Good job, Debbie.
Look at Debbie's graphics. I saw this. I was like, whoa.
Except what about those last numbers, Debbie?
That's for me. That's totally for me.
Yeah, so this has been mentioned, I think, before, but we use a credit card to gain lots of points on our sourcing. And it also, if you use a credit card just for your sourcing, it's kind of a good way of keeping track of how much money you spend, and you get rewarded at the same time. This was the first summer that we used the rewards, and a lot of our trip was paid for, at least the flights and hotels. And just as a bonus tip, we like to take our thrifting receipts and just straight away put them in a shoebox, and I use a cookie jar so that they're all in one place when it comes to tax time. So yeah, use a credit card to get rewards for things that you're going to buy anyways.
Yep, and having that business one makes it so easy. All right, I've said this time and time again, but every time it comes to fruition for me, I'm going to say it again, because we always have new viewers. When the new cart of stuff comes out at Savers, at Goodwill, wherever you're thrifting, first you scream like a banshee, because other people will be like, I'm not going to go near that person. And I'm like, new stuff. And I go running. And then look at this cart was all media, books and CDs, and there's some Blu-rays. And I looked through it, and that's where, if you saw my thrift haul with my mom the other day, I found this autographed Static X CD. Now, for those of you who don't know Static X, great hard rock heavy metal band, but Wayne Static, the lead singer, the guy right in the middle, he has passed away, unfortunately. And so to find a CD autographed by all 4 of the members, especially him, obviously, is awesome. And so this $2 CD at Savers is worth about $75. But if I don't go looking at the fresh cart, I'll probably miss it. So always check the fresh cart. I'll tell you, Andrew said he liked Static X in high school. I'll tell you a quick story. We went to a Slayer concert where Static X was the opening act. I like Slayer, don't love Slayer, but I got free tickets at work. And so Static X comes on, we see them, and we try and leave. Now, we're trying to leave before the headliner starts. There's no exit door. They're all entrances still. And I'm like to the guy, I go, hey, how do I get out of this concert? He goes, well, there's no ins and outs. I go, oh, no, I want to leave. And he goes, you don't want to stay for Slayer? I'm like, no. And he patted me on the back and said, good for you.
I'm like, isn't that a fire hazard? You can't leave.
He let me out, but he was so surprised anyone left before the headliner. I'm like, hey, it was free tickets. I've seen Slayer. I just want to see Static X. I wanted to go home.
I loved his hair. It was like,
yes. I wish I still had it. And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
All right. So this comes from Matthew, and I kind of experienced it a little bit because I notifications on my phone when I was at work. They have this new photo import option for when you're on desktop and you're creating a listing. It'll prompt a notification where you can insert photos directly from your phone. So it kind of streamlines the process. And Matthew says this has just really helped a lot. So yeah, if you don't know it, it's there. And isn't there a button in the top right corner, I think, that says upload your mobile photos or from a mobile device. So and it also makes it to where you don't have to have strictly a JPEG anymore. So that really helps.
Yeah, those of us with Apple phones, it's taken an HEIC. And so typically if we want to put it into eBay, we have to convert it to a JPEG. This kind of skips that step. But since I use InkFrog, this does me no good.
Oh.
Oh,
well, some people. It'll help some people.
All right, so we had a webinar on the Secret Beach last night. Lisa took us down the path of getting things listed on Etsy, and we were listing this dress, this Shaheen dress that won't sell on eBay over on Etsy. And I have the dress right here. And what we discovered last night was this dress ain't really orange. It's more peachy. Whoever took these pictures, the lighting was way too harsh. And so if I did sell this dress, the customer is not going to be real happy. They're thinking they're getting orange, and instead they're getting like cantaloupe or peach or orange sherbet. We had a lot of ideas last night. So it does not hurt to take a peeky peek at your oldest listings. Some of us have like 10-year-old listings, Debbie. And so when you have your old listings, you know, we always recommend you tweak things. And oftentimes when you tweak them, new eyes get on them. Look at your pictures, because from a couple years ago to now, all our phones, our cameras have gotten better, and our lighting, a lot of us have gotten better lighting. And so, yeah, this is an orange dress in these pictures, and it is not orange in real life. So I am getting these pictures retaken for my listing on Etsy. Hello, Debbie. I love you. So always take a look at your older stuff. Maybe you got to tweak the pictures because you took it with bad lighting, bad camera, so on and so forth. And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season? Ta-da, reveal. There we go.
Ta-da. We've been selling a lot of Christmas needlepoints after the fact. And so this was an ornament, and I love it. Jiffy is a great brand. We've sold a lot of Jiffy Stitch. And so, yeah, I'm happy that in, the end of January, it sold for some good money. It was probably $1. Oh, yeah, it was an estate sale. You can find a lot of these at estate sales. So.
Yeah, my Christmas hasn't slowed down one bit since last night. And reveal. There we go. A customer said, hey, if I bought the mug and the glass, could you cut me a little deal on each item and the shipping? And I said, sure. I said, hang on. Let me just make a listing straight for you. So someone on January, what was it, 17th last night, bought a Christmas mug and a Christmas glass, and they're very happy to get it, or happy to get them together for a cheaper rate. So Christmas, just knocking it out the box still. So keep listing. Don't stop, because I listed these glasses after Christmas thanks to Aaron and Matt, who were selling them, and I was skipping them. So thank you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's kind of like full circle because you taught us about that. So
no kidding, full circle. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're angry, and sometimes they're just plain weird. Now it's time for the feedback of the week.
Yeah, so this was one of the best feedback we could get with the Postal Service, with all the Postal Service bashing. It arrived a week earlier than expected. Packed, thanks to Matthew. And when you spend a long time packing something that's worth a lot of money, and it actually sold for $50, I don't know, it's just nice to hear that they appreciated your packing effort, and I just love that it arrived earlier than normal. So
was this domestic?
Was it? Yes, it was. Yes.
And it still arrived a week earlier. That's damn impressive.
Right.
Wanted to highlight this one. Not the most amazing feedback. Thank you for having this ready so fast. Love this print. Love Mercari Local. So if you haven't turned your Mercari listings on the local yet, someone needed this shag print locally here in Vegas. So Mercari Local means an Uber driver stops by, picks it up, and then drops it off at their house. So they left me 5-star feedback on Mercari because of using Mercari Local. So that excited me because it's a relatively new service. So
yeah,
make sure you are using it if you haven't. All right, and I have one quick. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And now it's time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty Kind. Okay, so the day I got the Static X CD, I then went over to the rest of the CDs that were already in the thing. And I don't get startled easily, but I thought I was being watched. So I'm at the CD rack scanning.
Oh.
And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, yeah, that's the back of the book on the shelves on the other side. And I'm just scanning away, and I happen to just look up, and I'm like, I really thought someone was eyeballing me.
I love that.
And I really don't think that was done on purpose because it's the back of the book. But man, talk about just that perfect where the racks are and my eye level. I'm just like, dang, somebody's eyeballing me. All right, that was my quick little close encounter. All right. Where we'll get rid of that. Where can we find Pete's treasures? That would be you guys.
Hey, we have a YouTube channel, and we post hauls and vlogs. If we're on vacation, we like to document, and we were recently in Vegas, so we have uploaded some things, and you might see Jason's back in a few of them.
My back makes a cameo.
Yes. But we're going to do our first YouTube live. Normally I do Facebook lives of hauls, and I post it to the Thrifting Board. But on Saturday at 5 p.m. East Coast, which is 4 p.m. our time, we're going to do a Goodwill mystery box unboxing, or a blue box. And it's clothing. And we've actually had it for over 6 months just sitting. I know, and it's like
6 months. That's way worse than me. Usually it's like a month.
I know. I've been itching to open it up, and we also have another thing coming up we're going to open, but we just haven't found the right time. So Saturday, come join us, subscribe, and our channel's growing, and we appreciate the support, and we have fun doing it. So.
All right, chat. Anybody else have unopened merchandise for 6 months in their house?
Or more. I can't believe it.
Oh, my God. Talk about what I wasn't expecting. All right. So Mom and I are going to do our show on Monday, and there's only one reason, because I love football, but also Annette Larson, who's a frequent contributor in the chat, also a member of the Thrifting Board in the Secret Beach. Her and her hubby are going to be here in Vegas, and my wife's on call this week. And so the time we have to take them out to a fun out-of-the-way bar is Sunday evening. So, Mom and I are just going to push our show to Monday.
Okay.
So do not show up on Sunday, because I'll be out in the middle of the desert at a really cool bar. But Monday night, same time as usual, though, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock West Coast, kind of the intro to flipping baseball caps. So we're not going to deep dive into, brands and stuff like that. But I find a lot of people don't even look at them because they don't understand the terms. And so we're going to talk about the basic terms, the basic closures, the basic high profile, low profile, things like that. Because I ship a lot of hats. Mom ships a lot of hats. Do you guys ship a lot of hats?
Yeah, well, Matthew loves buying hats. He calls them his wigs. And and someone on the Thrifting Board recently asked about specifics on baseball hats. Baseball caps. So that's perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about on Monday night. All right. Speaking of our guest, here we go. And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Close.
Andrew.
Hey.
There we go. What's happening, Andrew? How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be on.
Thanks for coming on. I've known some twins in my day. I actually lived next door to twins when I was growing up. Their names were Cindy and Sandy. And at least you guys aren't rhymey like that. I was always thought, are all twins rhymey?
Kind of. Not all of them.
But, just knowing both of you, hanging out with both of you and seeing both your lives, they are very identical. And so was I correct in my assessment of you're a little kid, you get dressed alike, and there's a point when you're an older kid, you're like, I don't want to dress like my brother anymore. So what age is that you're like, I don't want to dress alike anymore?
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so our twin colors were Aaron was red and no, it was orange and mine was blue. And then Aaron's twin color. Didn't you have like an orange crayon or no?
I had a little orange plastic key and I lost it. So then my favorite color became red.
Very picky, but we would dress in our twin colors, when we couldn't dress ourselves. And but then I don't know, in high school we wore Converse, high top Converse, and so people told us apart from our Converse colors. I was blue or green and he was red or orange. And so we would always wear like Tool shirts and we would still dress the same. We still dress
similar, and our hair was the same. We had this like flock of seagulls going on.
Wait, you were too young to have a flock of seagulls hairdo or even know who the hell they are.
Well, it was inspired by Billy from Good Charlotte, because Good Charlotte was big at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we just liked the long hair in the front, and it grew and grew, and then people started saying flock of seagulls, and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
So Angela, go on. So you guys ever switch places?
So Aaron, we visit each other's classrooms. We haven't in a while, but there was a couple times Aaron came to my classroom and we told him to hide. And then when the kids came in, like he came out and like they weren't expecting, and they were, little kids really don't understand twins if they don't grow up with them, and they were like confused. So.
That was so much fun. Yeah. In high school, in middle school, we switched chair in band. So but it wasn't that dramatic because we played the same instruments. So it's like we were just sitting in a different chair. We were kind of goody two shoes. So we didn't really do much switching.
Kathy, we still have I still have the Tool shirts. And I actually bought a 3XL, when I was a medium, back in the day. And I just recently sold it for $50. And so, because I just held on to it. So I'm like, that was lucky. I knew I would need it someday. But I don't want to sell my original ones.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason I want to have you on, because like I said, you guys are so identical because you're both teachers. You both sell on eBay. You both like thrifting. You both have gotten into Tiki and you got bit by the bug bad. And so, barking dogs. And so I thought that was just, I quite liked it, to see, even if you weren't twins, to see brothers really enjoy the same stuff as you grow older. So were you both going to be teachers, or was one of you head that way and the other one turned towards being a teacher?
That's a good question. We were both in band, from middle school until high school, and then
Band
into
Geeks
college.
Unite. Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
And Debbie asked us before, what did we play? We both played French horn. So yeah, same instrument. But yeah, we just fell in love with marching band mostly and concert band. And so yeah, we both a lot of our friends in high school went on to go to Texas State University in San Marcos, kind of where I'm at. And so yeah, we both decided to be teachers. But I don't know who do you know who first thought about doing that?
No, it kind of just happened. It was so like seamless. Like, well, what do we want to do? And college is coming up. Well, we both are really passionate about music and we like helping people. So let's become teachers. So, and we knew about our university through other friends. So it just happened. And it was an easy transition because we were together, Oh, Becky, I didn't know you played flute. Yay.
That's cool.
I was saxophone, started on the alto, and then moved to the tenor by the time I finished school. So the big question is, you're both playing the French horn. Who was the higher seat?
Oh, I knew he was going to ask that.
Right in my head.
It was rigged. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Aaron normally, I think I beat him once. I did. You remember that? But
oh, I remember.
I bragged about it all week.
No.
I enjoyed playing music. I never practiced enough nor got good enough to go to the better band. And so even as a senior, I was in the lesser band with mainly freshmen and sophomore. I enjoyed playing the music. I enjoyed doing the little, band concerts. But I realized I was never going to be anything more than that. But I didn't leave it because I just enjoyed having that part of my day. Playing music was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing my friends, and we had that time to goof around on our instruments right before class and after class. And so and I wasn't embarrassed or ashamed to be in the lesser band. I'm like, I'm just not that good, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the time that I got to play. So
yeah, it's like a community too, like in school. Just you got to hang out with your friends in band all the time, and I think that's a big selling point for people in band. So
all right, so do you both teach music?
Yeah.
Yes, we both teach kindergarten through 5th grade music. Yeah, and we both wanted to be band directors, and the job market for bands, like it's more hard to come by, but we both had really good elementary music experiences, and I think we both did a great job. We really fell into that role pretty quickly, and we both enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the big question is, so all these similarities, how are you not in the same city?
Good question. Well,
well, it really comes down.
For those you don't know, Aaron's in Dallas,
Uh-huh.
and Andrew, you're in San Antonio.
I'm in the Austin area,
Kyle,
Texas. So it was mostly about where did we find our first job. So I found my first job in Luling, Texas. They're known for watermelon and barbecue. And so I moved there for my first job, and Aaron moved back home, and found a job.
So it's kind of like I'd had like 8 interviews, and I landed in Dallas, and I'm like, okay, I can live at home to kind of pay off these student loans and things like that. And then Andrew got a job in the area that we were both in college, because we shared an apartment in college, and we just been there ever since. And we all think he should come back to Dallas, but we love visiting him in Austin. So
yeah, and we don't get tired of each other for being in the same city. I think it's good we have separate. It's good to visit him.
Yeah.
What for those who don't know geography, how far of a drive is it between the two of you?
It's 3.5 hours on a good day, 4 on a bad day.
If you don't know Texas is gigantic. That's not bad compared to the rest of the state. That is not bad at all. You could be like 12 hours apart in the same state.
Yeah, you can go 12 hours to another city and still be in Texas.
So was it French horn all the way, or did you guys try anything else ahead of time?
It's weird when you try out instruments, you try out different ones, and they see you know, what embouchure your mouth makes more naturally. And since we were twins, probably we sounded the best on a French horn mouthpiece. And it's funny because we both didn't really even know what the French horn was in 6th grade when we were in 5th grade when we tried out. But the fact that you could rent a French horn versus a trumpet are cheaper. You know, French horns are more expensive than trumpets. So since our parents weren't going to buy 2 trumpets, you know, so French horn we could rent from the school, and I don't know, it just happened. I don't really remember if we consciously said we want to both play the same instrument.
No, you said it exactly correct. We didn't know what a French horn was.
There's the answer. There's your mom. My fault. They were cheaper.
Well, we're a thrifting family, so it makes sense.
Yeah, our mom actually made us join band, and she wanted us to be in the drum line. I think.
Yeah, I you know, like I said, I never got good, but I'm glad I did because I have a whole better appreciation for music my whole life because of being able to read music somewhat and playing and understanding. When I go to concerts, it's more than just listening to the music. I'm watching the band play the individual instruments. I'm watching the guitar get changed out. I'm watching, you know, I watch all that little intricate stuff that I don't think I would have watched had I not played. So
right.
I think that's if you have a kid and get them to play an instrument, you know, hey, they might be the next Lady Gaga. You never know. So
you never know.
That in mind. All right, so let's get up to what we talk about on the show. You both sell online. Who started that first? And did the other one just say, hey, I'm gonna do that too?
So we actually shared an eBay account.
My!
Now, this was in 2003. We were freshmen in high school. I ended up with the account in college, but I think I started selling in college. I remember selling an iPod, a little iPod mini, and what else? Oh, textbooks. I started selling just like 1 or 2 textbooks, but I didn't start on eBay more regularly until about 5 years ago when I moved into my house and I started filling up my house. But also, you know, you start to go thrifting a lot. We just started going thrifting, both of us. And I started watching your show. Just y'all talking about eBay and selling all the time. I'm like, you know what? I can sell on eBay more. So I started selling more regularly 4 or 5 years ago. And I kept telling Aaron and Matthew, come on, you can do this. Yeah, y'all have stuff just like me that you could probably flip it for a profit.
Yeah, we didn't start selling until we moved into our house in 2019. So that's when we always wanted to, but we just didn't make it happen. And then, yeah, we've never looked back since. So he did start, and he has, you know, more years of experience. So, and he told me about Thrifty business and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of cool having him on because he kind of showed me, you know, introduced me to the show, and, you know, I've learned so much. So yeah.
It's great because I knew you guys both, you know, watch the show and then you started, and then I watch your videos and I see things even like tonight, like that Lovey. I see things that I'm like, I never heard of that before. So no matter how, because I've been doing this forever, but you should always be learning. And that's the whole point of this show and my Facebook groups, because I don't know everything. Even with music, I'm learning new stuff all the time when I'm pulling stuff out of stores because I scan it. You know, if something catches my eye that I don't know, I scan it and I'm like, that looks good. Don't know who that is. But, you know, when people say I can't sell music because I don't know it, the amount of music I sell that I've never listened to, like that record today, I just know I know how to research it. I know what sells well. I can sell all kinds of stuff. So,
yeah.
Oh, what a lovely compliment, Lori. Thank
you,
awesome.
Lori. That's sweet.
That's so sweet. So is there a competition? Do you get home from thrifting on a Saturday and call each other and go, look what I found? And then the other one goes, no, look at this. This is way better.
Yes. Okay. You want to go?
No, I'm just saying we totally are like, oh man, I'm jealous. And most of the time, you know, we both sell what we like most of the time. And mostly when he finds sorry, my cat's throwing a tantrum right now.
I wasn't sure it was a bird or a cat. I'm like, what am I hearing?
Okay, she is so loud. So you heard her. So what were we talking about?
No. Okay, let me take this.
I know.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, like, whenever he finds 2 of something, I'm like, Christmas, birthday, I'd like, and I know that we both sell things to earn extra income. So,
Well,
but
we started, well, we have been, me, my brother, and my mom have been sending videos of our thrift hauls for like 5-6 years, probably since 2016. And so that's why we want to start YouTube, because we're like, okay, we're already filming this stuff because we loved, the thrill of the hunt. And so Andrew will watch my videos, I'll watch his videos, and I'll be like, oh no, I'll come home from a thrift haul and I'll tell Matthew, like, oh, Andrew's going to be jealous of this item. Andrew's going to be jealous of this item. And so it's kind of fun. So
it is fun.
Now, you guys are very similar and pretty much, you fall in love with Tiki. Now, if you happen to marry a man named Matt, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
The ultimate twins to the end.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I can't date you. Is your name Matt? I'm sorry, I can't date you.
For anyone watching, he's single.
Y'all, I am.
If you're cute and you're looking for a thrifting partner, there you go. So speaking of, Eric says he saw you and your friend in full thrifting action this weekend at Fredericksburg Market Days. So what is Fredericksburg Market Days?
Oh, Eric, me and my bestie Hayden, we went to Fredericksburg, and it's mostly known for a bunch of wineries. It's like 30 minutes west of Austin. And so it's meant for, I didn't even know about Fredericksburg Trade Days until, a couple weeks ago. And it's once a month, and it's just like an outdoor flea market. And what I thought was pretty cool was they have barns, with stalls, and the stalls are the vendors. And also they have in this complex, it's almost like a campground, like a flat campground. And they have buildings, like little tiny, it looks like abandoned houses, but inside the houses are items that you can procure. And it was pretty fun. I just put a video of it. I vlogged a little bit of it on my channel, so if you want to check that out.
Talk about like teeing it up. I was just cleaning up everything still from the hiccup before we went live. And I was like, oh, let me get this picture all lined up. And you go, so I got my channel. I'm like, oh, there you go. Yes, I'm very much behind on watching all my friends' channels. And I'm starting to catch up because I was, Aaron goes, oh, you make a little cameo in this video. I watch it. It's my back. I'm like, that's a cameo. So Knick Knack Twin, how long has that been your YouTube name?
Okay, so me and my brother and my mom, we would film our thrift haul, and we would just talk to each other about what we liked. You like thrifting when, and I just I wanted to get a YouTube. Once Aaron and Matthew got theirs going, I'm like, okay, I really need to start uploading because, if they can do it, I can. And so I was trying to think of something catchy, and I'm like, I know there's a song, Knick Knack Paddywhack. And I'm like, well, I like collecting a bunch of knickknacks. So at first it was Knick Knack Twin Attack, because I was going to make a fun little jingle to go on my... So, but
you still need to.
And the whole thing with my name is sometimes, people misspell knickknack all the time. And so that's the only tricky thing about my name. But I did, when I would Google my YouTube, because the word attack was in it, like all these like war videos would pop up on YouTube. And I'm like, that's not helping me in the search. So I shortened it to Knick Knack Twin.
Yeah, I could never find him when I was looking for his videos. So we're like, we need to change something.
Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of the short story. I just think it had a ring to it.
So now when you guys see Knick Knack Twin in the chat, in case you didn't know, now you got the face and the voice with the YouTube name. I'm trying to bring something up here, but of course,
and I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I didn't hit my New Year's goal. So
all right, everyone. As soon as we're done here, Knick Knack Twin, head over there on YouTube, give him a follow, please. Let's get the numbers up.
Thank you.
Good Lord.
I want to go to Maui.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you a quick story because of what one of the comments. Holy cow. All right.
It's zooming in.
Yeah. So I will just tell you the story without that. Who just said that even from my back, it's me. Where oh yeah, Angelique. So we were in Maui and we'd taken my folks, and it was one of those days where I'm like, how about the parents just go do their thing and the kids, meaning me and Stacy, go do our thing? Because I love my parents, but there's always a point in a 7-day vacation where you're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. And so we left. Maui is 2 parts of an island, and you can kind of move around the whole island, whereas like Kauai, you can't. So we left in one direction, they left in a whole different direction, and there was a point in the day we were at the same intersection at the same time in the island. What? And Stacey and I were walking across the street to get lunch, and my folks were the car at the light that we were crossing in front of. And my dad said, my mom tells me later, hey, that guy walks like our son. And my mom goes, hey, that guy is our son.
Wow, that's crazy.
But the universe put me and Stacy and my folks at the same point in Maui at the exact same time. So
that's great, that kind of stuff.
All right, Lisa just subscribed.
Yay, thank you.
Mom Son Thrifting Fun just subscribed.
Oh, hi, Bo.
Oh, hey, I remember y'all.
All right, come on.
Ooh,
let's get it up there.
Y'all, I gained 6 subscribers. Thank you.
Yep, so funny we met up at the same time. It's weird how the universe works.
Crazy.
So do you guys compare notes? Do you when you find certain things, or you figure out a certain hack how to use eBay better? Do you guys share all your info to make yourselves better online sellers?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, just like constantly, almost every day. I actually think I text both of Matthew and Aaron my solds, and we cheer each other on. And Matthew got me onto Pop Shop, and so he's my little troubleshooter. I do it every once in a while, and I'm always like, Matthew, can you help me with this? I don't know what to do. So but yeah, with eBay also, I do call Matthew a lot, just to say, hey, I haven't done this in a while. I bet so.
All right, so it's just me and you now. Did Aaron marry well?
Yes, yes, of course.
Come on, tell the truth. Damn, Matt, I can't find anyone to talk bad about you. That's so weird.
Yes.
Your brother-in-law loves you. Your mother-in-law loves you. All right.
Winning the internet.
I'll tell you. And so Aaron can attest to this. Marry someone good and fun and well, and then when your family likes them, it's so much easier. It really is. Stacy's like Matt. Everyone loves her, and so life makes it so much easier because I have people that didn't marry well, and it doesn't go so well.
You find their glasses in thrift stores. It didn't work out when all these couples have, picture frames with their names on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love finding that.
Like, that didn't work out, did it?
I guess they weren't happily ever after.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think I've really asked this specific question, but does your mom thrift? Does your mom have an eBay account to sell?
She doesn't have an eBay account. Well, she does to buy, but she does thrift, and she just doesn't sell it yet. But we were talking about, when she does retire, it can, mimic what your mom has done, be supplemental income. And, she already enjoys half of the puzzle, and Matthew could help her, sell. So,
and she
made your goal, Andrew.
Yay.
Oh my God, yay. Thank you. The power of the internet. So she would actually take us antiquing, even in like middle school.
Yeah.
And then we went to a bunch of thrift stores before we even sold on eBay. So she kind of started our journey.
So, thrifting has gone through stages over the past, I'd say 50 years, let's say. When I was in high school, it was certainly not cool to ever mention you went to garage sales as a teenager or thrift stores, but that definitely has changed. So by the time you guys were in high school, was it cool to thrift and find deals and stuff?
I don't really know. It's not something I remember talking about. Actually, we had a circle of friends who were like, punk, goth, all those cliche things. And we would wear diverse things, and like thrifting is where you would find those items. Like I remember wearing an estate sale woman's jacket. Like
That was me.
what did you say?
That was me.
Well, I did it too.
So we were both wearing granny garb.
Granny core, and see, it's in now. So we were trendsetters and trailblazers before
the others just didn't know it yet.
I see groups of teenagers at Savers all the time, and they're commenting on all the T-shirts and finding cool stuff. And I'm like, man, when I was, back in the 80s, it was not cool to say you were out thrifting. And so I never mentioned it. I never said a word that I garage sale on the weekends. Never said a word to my friends. But I think it's cooler nowadays that, it's a cool thing to do. Because, kind of at the bottom line, too, it's being frugal and learning really the price of money. Because you can, I can find this for $6 at Savers or $50 at the mall, and also keep stuff out of landfill. So it's all very good.
Yeah,
I see that tail wants to be in this.
Oh my gosh, this cat.
And hey, we've had so many comments.
That guy with the cat.
Your mom said she's afraid. Now, does your mom watch my mom?
She does. Yes, now she does.
Okay, we're all here to help you and hug you. You should not be afraid. Plus, your sons are knocking it out of the park. So don't be afraid. We got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Jennifer. See, that's why I didn't tell nobody, because I knew I'd get made fun of. I knew it.
Well, because as a kid, you have such, a self-esteem. Like you think, oh, I can't afford regular stuff, so I'm thrifting. And when we were in high school, social media wasn't really a thing. And I think social media with YouTube and Instagram, people showing their thrifting finds, kind of like what we do, might even make it more popular. Like, yeah, I found it at Goodwill or whatever. So.
Oh, that's cool, Becky.
Yeah, Becky don't give a shit. She's like, I'm doing what I want to do. Becky was out hiking with her doggy today, and she and her doggy look so frigid. I'm like, yikes.
Yeah.
I do not miss Cleveland winters.
Oh, Hayden.
Oh, Hayden's watching. Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Hayden.
He never watches my shows.
No?
He's busy.
Oh, well, that's the joy of YouTube. So if you're not watching live, you can watch later. So thank you all who watch later. I know some of you are on your lunch break when you're watching, and some of you just are busy doing other things on Thursday nights. That is awesome. Mom and I started 3 months ago. I love it. Doing good. Awesome, Tina. Ooh. All right. So let's talk about your duds, because your first dud's kind of weird compared to what Aaron and I just said.
Oh, is it?
Christmas dud.
Oh, man, I was so disappointed in this. Well, that's why it's a dud. Well, I know from the show that this sells, Christmas, especially needlepoint kits. And so I found one for $2 and I listed it before Christmas because, I would have listed it whenever, but because it sells year round. But yeah, it sold late November, and it was December, actually. It was late December, because I'm like, oh, they don't have time to make it now, probably. But yeah, they wanted to return it because they said the most important part, the canvas that has the colors on it, was missing. And I looked it up and down, and I thought it was sealed. And then I just went through the pictures, and I think it opens from the bottom. So there's a little tip, I guess, it may be open somewhere else.
Well, I'm sorry you had a dub, but thank you for the bonus tip.
Because that's a great brand of Christmas that sells really well. So
yeah, and you learn from your mistakes.
Now, did you thrift these, or did you abscond them from a bar?
No, I did thrift them for $2, and actually I think they sold. Yeah, that's how much it sold for. But I realized when I got them home that the bottom is chipped. But I still listed it because broken things sell. And I thought it was cool. They were mini bottles, and you can just, I was like, if they don't sell, I can screw off the tops and make my own salt and pepper shakers out of, little Kraken bottles or something.
That is cool. I never thought about that.
But yeah, it sold, and yeah, broken stuff sells.
Yep. As we call it, trash, really. All right, so there's your two duds. Let's get to your scores. Woo! VHS.
Yes.
He believes.
I do.
Do you believe?
This was right when I started hearing that VHS sell, and I went to my local thrift store and I saw a VHS that was sealed, and I'm like, hey, this is probably a really common VHS, but I looked it up, and when you look things up, sometimes there's a whole bunch of versions, and there was $1,000 versions that sold, and at this point it wasn't really it wasn't money laundering. It was an actual boom in VHS, and I think it's still quite popular, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it sat for a good 4 or 5 months. I don't know when school started, and it sold to Australia. So I'll take 25 cents into $80 any day.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, none of these words mean anything to me other than your names, but I'm guessing they mean something to you guys.
Yes, Deborah. We just saw. So McKinney is in the North Texas. Well, we're in North Texas, but north, and I think they're trading their old spot to the Belo Mansion or something where Dallas used to be filmed.
To the South Fork.
The South Fork. Yeah, but is that where Dallas was filmed? Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Very cool. All right, where are we at here? Boom, there we go.
I still need to go to Canton. I've never been to Canton.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wait, you're selling VHS tapes and Tiki mugs. Are you Jason Jr.? What's happening there?
This was actually from the same thrift store in my town that I got both of my duds and my score just now. It's a little honey hole. It's one of those stores where you find 3 good things each time you go, or maybe 1. You never want to, not skip a week, because, I might have lost out on these. I found 3 of these in the bottom shelf of the Halloween decor. And it's, I saw them, and my heart skipped a beat. I'm like, surely it's not. And it is. It's Tiki Farm. And I looked it up, and it's a haunted house. I think they have them in San Antonio and around Texas. But I just thought it was so cool. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday.
Okay, that's a perfect example. He took a picture of that and showed me that he found 3 of them. And I'm like, I love it. But also, it's he's getting good money. So I'm like, okay, go ahead and sell it.
Guilty. So yeah, I've actually sold 2 of these, and I'm keeping the 3rd. But I thought it went for good money. It was $2.
It's good, yeah.
And it's one of those smaller mugs, so I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good bonus tip. Is throughout the years, the amount of stuff I found in the Halloween section that really isn't Halloween, although this would kind of work. But if you're not looking in the Halloween section when it's out, you're missing out on good stuff. Because I often find in the T-shirts of the Halloween section death metal bands. Well, they're not really Halloween.
Yeah,
but
right.
The graphic to the person in the back that looks Halloween. There's blood and guts. I'll just put it out there, Yeah. So there's always cool shit in the Halloween section. You just got to make sure you look.
And you found that party suit, right? What was it called?
And Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the jumpsuit that you sold for $800 was in the Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep. The flight suit. These are cool as hell.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yes. I actually found that in a estate sale across the street from my work. And I'm not the kind of person that leaves work, but I saw some good stuff at an estate sale, and I'm like, I could go hop over to an estate sale. So I hopped over, and I found these reindeer, and I like mid-century modern stuff. And this just screams mid-century to me. And so I was trying to be well, I don't know. They're different sizes. I'm like, should I sell them separately? And I saw there was a lot listed separately. So I did lot them together. And then I was worried, well, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, how many of them are there? Because 1 or 2 of them broke. But anyways, I got it for $8. And I kept 1. And yeah, it sold for $55 in November. So someone was getting ready to decorate for Christmas.
That is cool.
It wasn't marked, and of course wood's not marked, but all I know is it looks. I'm not an expert, but it looked teak to me. I don't know. I think that's why I didn't put teak in the listing because I wasn't sure.
Well, teak doesn't have like a highly pronounced wood grain, right? Or isn't it? I don't know. Or maybe it does.
Not sure.
But they're awesome and nice sale.
Thank you.
And something I've never seen before.
Oh, I love that.
So you were talking about things that you wish you would have kept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I wanted this, I was like, when I looked it up, I'm like, I can let it go for that, you know? So this is really cool. There's a whole line, and I love selling a Nesco. It's definitely a bolo. But a Nesco, there's a collection called Homegrown, and all the animals are made out of fruit and vegetables.
Oh, so cute.
And so, of course, you know, pineapple is kind of tiki and tropical, and it's just one of the only fruits I like. So I got it. Actually, I got it from an Austin, not a retirement home sale, but it's a community thrift store. But some old lady, I guess, maybe an old man, maybe a young man, like me, they got rid of their hedgehog porcupine collection. And I'm like, is that a pineapple? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll get that. And yeah, just so you know, I looked it up, and there's a flamingo made out of watermelon, and it goes for about $150.
Nice.
And there's
I gotta show something.
And there's a dachshund made out of a banana. It goes for $125-ish right now. So,
I have a tomato made out of a snail made out of a tomato.
Oh my gosh.
I got that from Meow Wolf in Vegas.
Oh, that's so cool.
There we go.
So anyways, definitely a bolo, and yeah, it was a cool sale.
Yeah, that's something I've never seen. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of hands in your pictures, young man. But
I know.
But in this picture, until I saw your hand, I thought this was way bigger.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and so you know, we took some miniature tiki mugs that are shot glass size, and without scale, I looked at the pictures. I go, they look like they're full size because they're just miniature versions of full size ones. I go, we need a quarter in this picture. So even though we're going to write shot glass size, we know our customers won't read. They'll just read with their eyes, and then they'll be like, why'd I get these tiny little mugs? And so, so with your hand in it, I'm like, oh, that's way smaller than I expected.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Good job.
When it comes to items like that, like items that I want, kind of like Golden Girls, I'm like, would I rather have that item or $150? Or would I rather have a little thing that sits on the shelf or $80? And so, yeah.
Yep.
That's a good way to go through. Stace and I were cleaning out our closet the other day, and I'm like, I haven't worn these shag shirts in quite a while, and they're worth a lot of money. So instead of just sitting in here in the dark, it's time to let them find new homes and me to find some money in my pocket.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Andrew is a hand model. Speaking of, is that sparkle? Yeah, let me see those nails.
Okay, they're not the best, so you can see it from here.
All right.
I'm not saying it's not the best because it wasn't. I think my friend's watching. He did my nails last weekend, and I do it once a year. And you know what? I'm pulling out all the glitz and glamour for Thrifty Business tonight.
I like it. All right. So any plans in the near future to thrift together? What's the next? Is there an event, a flea market? What's coming up for you guys?
We're actually we're going to celebrate our Christmas with our family that lives in Houston, our older brother and his wife and our niece. And so we're going to probably thrift together. We, you know, even my older brother, he loves going to thrift stores too. So yeah, we'll probably do that next weekend, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Next weekend.
Please tell me your older brother's wife's name is Matthew, please.
No, Rebecca.
Close.
Close enough.
And what's your older brother's name?
He's Barry.
Oh, mom got off the A chapter, huh? Because my mom only got the J chapter. It's Jason, Jennifer, and Justin. So my mom got one chapter in the name book, and it was just J's. So
I love that.
All right. Well, have fun thrifting next week in Houston, and let us know what you find. And I'm sure we'll see it in your video. So since everyone is subscribed, now we'll keep an eye out for the Houston haul from both of you. And we look forward to that. So thank you, Andrew. Good to have you on.
Thank you so much. Always,
Aaron, good to have you
Yeah.
around. Get rid of this so I can make us a little bit bigger. Pow! There we go. Yay, 105 subscribers.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So it is great to subscribe, but when you subscribe to people, smaller channels like the boys and myself to a degree, make sure you pop in every once in a while and watch the videos, give a thumbs up, leave a comment. It's always nice to interact. And I will say, of all the people that comment after the fact, I think Andrew is one of my best. So thank you, Andrew. Aaron, you're not too far behind, but I think Andrew kind of gets you by a couple of comments. So you got to up your game. Yes, thumbs up for the twins for sure. Now, don't give me 2 thumbs up, because if you do, it'll take it away. So don't give 2 thumbs up for the twins. Just 1 thumbs up.
That's clever.
And if you are new, because I saw some Andrew's friends and maybe relatives were in the chat, subscribe to the channel and click the bell. The bell lets you know when we're going live or we upload new stuff. So don't forget, did I get rid of it? No, I still got it here. Don't forget, Mom and I are going to move to a Monday this coming week. Same time, same channel, just going to be on Monday night. So don't look for us on Sunday. I will be deep in the desert with some friends. So, you are so welcome, Mark. Always happy to help everybody. So thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you around the thrift store.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Maybe we'll say goodbye. There we go. All right. Have a good evening, everybody. Wait. All right. I'll throw out my my fork kahuna. Since you guys don't have one, I'll just tease you.
I need to visit that.
Yes. Cheers, everybody. Have a good evening.